Most people, they start to meditate because they want to gain something out of meditation, like peace, clarity, stress relief, even enlightenment, and goals like that. But what if you're not gaining anything out of meditation? I tell you from my experience with practicing so many different kind of meditation techniques over so many years, you will get nothing out of meditation, and that's freedom. So normally we are starting to meditate having that desire, idea, or that drive to gain some kind of value, some kind of goal out of it. That might be also health. And there are many reasons why we are starting to meditate, and that's absolutely natural. But actually, meditation is about letting go of that desire to gain anything. And if we go further into that and a bit deeper, it's about letting go of the one that is desiring, letting go of that meditator. And that's so freeing. Let me share with you my experience on that in this video. It might be an inspiration for you on your meditative journey. As I started to meditate, of course, I have seen that people that are sitting in stillness and are looking very peaceful, and I wanted to try this because my daily life was very busy, and I felt that inner emptiness, even though I had all that material things, money, and all this kind of stuff in my life. I felt so empty inside, and I was very unhappy. I started that meditative journey to find some meaning, to find some happiness, to find that life that feels good, that feels peaceful. But then the first thing that I found in meditation was a lot of pain inside of me, emotional pain, tension, and so many things that are actually not fitting to that kind of stillness, peacefulness that it looks like if you are thinking about meditation. So it was quite the contrary to that. And I realized that meditation is a journey where we declutter, let's say, ourselves from the inside out. I discovered a lot of pain inside of me, and to watch that, to release that, to feel that, to become aware of that is very freeing in my experience. Because in the first place, it was not easy or natural for me to just sit in silence, because there were so many things going on inside of me that were hindering me from really being silent. Even if I'm sitting silent, if I was sitting like in this posture that you know, like Buddha, I didn't felt silent. So inside of me there were so many things in my mind, thoughts, feelings, that I didn't realize before, because I never looked in to become watchful in meditation. And see, all of that can be a bit confusing and overwhelming in the beginning if you're starting with meditation, because you might have that idea that if you're meditating you feel very peaceful, happy, blissful, whatever people are telling you. But actually it's not the truth. Meditation can go very deep, and it's a process of decluttering where many things are coming up, thoughts, emotions, and it's absolutely necessary, in my experience, to become aware of that in order to be freed and have that possibility to feel somehow happy and blissful. Because in the beginning there is no blissfulness inside of us. If we look inside, there are so many things like anger, fear that are coming up. So meditation helps in seeing all of that, becoming aware of this, and during this process there will so many things disappear and nothing remains. So actually it's not a gaining, it feels more like letting go, losing. To arrive in that nothingness is a painful process, can be a painful process, but that nothingness is freedom. Because if I say nothingness, you might think it's dark, it's empty, and you might have that negative idea about that. But actually, everything comes out of nothingness. So everything is born in nothingness. So this nothingness, somehow it's not it's empty, but in the same way, it's full of all. It's bliss. It's that happiness. As I continued to meditate, I became aware of that person that has that desire to gain something. And that desire is showing in many ways. It can also be something like enlightenment, happiness, blissfulness that we want to gain out of meditation. But as long as we have that desire to gain something out of it, meditation cannot happen. We are not free, because freedom for me means to be free of all of that person, of that ego that is desiring all of that. Because actually it's the same ego that was before desiring things like money and material stuff. It's not a big shift if you think about it. It's the same kind of person, the same kind of ego that was desiring money, fame, whatever you are desiring in this world. It's just a switch from that to spiritual stuff like enlightenment, blissfulness, peacefulness. So somehow it looks from the outside, it looks better, let's say, because many people would say to you it's a higher goal. But actually for me, I recognized that it's the same. So if there's still that ego, that person existing that wants to gain something, that is desiring, it's not possible to dive really into meditation in the sense of to come into that present moment, to feel that, just that being, dropping all that thoughts, that ideas, that desires, whatever is in the mind, just being. And that's so freeing, not to have that goals inside of me to achieve something, whatever it is. It can be the most beautiful thing in the world, but that desire is hindering me from just being in that very moment. If everything drops, Nothingness remains, and that's all. That's freedom. That's the ultimate. I wanted to share this perspective with you. Maybe it can be a help for you on your journey. If you are having your own meditative experiences, please share them in the comments below. It's so interesting. I wish you a beautiful day, enjoy, and hope to stay connected.